Hi, I'm Tazz, and I have a story to share with you. I have a daughter. Her name is Celine, and when she was born with benign central hypotonia. And that basically means that she was born with low tone at the back of her neck. Prior to her accident, Celine was sitting up, she was bump scooting, and usually at the age of 14 months, children are walking and jumping around at this age. Due to her low tone though, it took her a while. It took her time to catch up. Her milestones were delayed, but she was getting there. At 14 months, we were sitting at the table to have dinner, and she ended up she was sitting in a booster, she ended up pushing the table, and instead of the chair sliding back, it flipped back. When she fell, she had hit her head so hard that basically whiplashed her head into the floor. Because of that, she ended up getting a bleed in her brain, and within an hour, she was in brain surgery. She went for a full craniotomy and was in the PICU for about 3 days. She did have a stroke on her left side, so that also hindered the fact that she couldn't even move her arm. The doctors thought that she would never move her arm. We were in the hospital for about 2 or 3 weeks, and after that we went to a therapy hospital called the Panos. This was in Edmonton. We were there for about a year, 9 months or so. Then we moved to Calgary. When we came to Calgary, we joined the Children's Hospital. We were there for about another year, but felt as though that we needed more.
Her soft pelvis. We can get rid of it soon. Look, she's wearing a runner.
And as time passed, we got her back to bump scooting and finally smiling. After the accident, she didn't smile at all. She didn't have very much facial expression. It was scary. I thought, is she ever going to smile at me again? Is she ever going to giggle? But she did. So while we were at the Children's Hospital, we ended up getting in touch with an amazing therapist, speech therapist, who in turn ends up being on the board of directors of G.R.I.T. And that's where my real story begins. G.R.I.T is an amazing organization. They have changed our lives. Because of G.R.I.T, Celine will now have a future. The goal for Celine is to gain ultimate independence, is to be safe and in her surroundings and in her environment. And because of G.R.I.T, she's gonna get that. G.R.I.T, what they do is not only do they have the aids, they have therapy, all the disciplines, OT, PT, speech, vision therapy, and many more, feeding therapies. So what they do is they take the different disciplines and they meet with the child, they meet with the aide and often the parents, and they train us. They train us in what that child specifically needs. And then day to day, the aide carries those through. They provide the child with the therapies every single day. Because we believe early intervention is the key. The key is to get the kids young, is to teach them while their brains are still developing at the most. G.R.I.T also has a program, it's a vision program, which is often not covered by government funding. It's a very expensive program because it's vision and sensory based. So they have vision therapy class once a month that Celine takes part in. They do all these extra above and beyond things for children, even though that is not covered by the government funding, just because they know that it's part of the package for the kid. Because of that, she slowly has been able to be left alone at school for 3 hours and is interacting and making friends and is able to go to now the same school as Elise, her big sister. G.R.I.T also helped us with feeding. Feeding was a nightmare. When she had her accident, she couldn't even swallow a thin liquid. thickened liquid. It was so horrible. I can't imagine teaching anyone to eat like that or drink like that. The goal was to be able to go to a restaurant, or when we go on vacation, to not have to pack 12 or 14 frozen dinners for Celine I would make, and I'd pack them in coolers and put them in my suitcase. And our biggest goal, which sounds so like funny, is that I just wanted her to eat ice cream like a normal kid on a cone, and she's now doing that. And that's because Karen, her aide, and I would go to the setting, to an ice cream store, and we'd sit there and we'd eat ice cream. And so that's where I'm at right now. Good job, Celine.